Hello, and welcome to part 3 of the 0361 Test 1 review. In number 25, again, you notice parentheses, but you notice there's no number in front of the parentheses, but there is a negative in front. Well, that negative really means negative 1. And what I like to do is have negative 1 multiply through. Negative 1 times 3 is negative 3m. And negative 1 times 2 is negative 2. This m doesn't have a number in front, but I like to put a number in front. Negative 1m, then minus 10 equals 0. Next, let's combine like terms. So negative 3 and negative 1 get together to form negative 4m. Negative 2 minus 10 becomes negative 12, and all of this is equal to 0. From here we could add 12 to both sides. So this becomes negative 4m equals to positive 12. Finally, let's divide by negative 4, and we shall be finished. The answer is negative 3. Okay, 26. A couple things happening. First of all, there's a plus and a minus next to each other. If there's ever a plus sign and a minus sign directly next to each other, that just becomes a minus sign. So I don't even need the plus sign at all. Also, towards the end, there's two negative signs next to each other. So that just becomes a big positive sign. Let's work this out. So now negative 2 multiplies to y, so that becomes negative 2y. And negative 2 times 1 becomes negative 2. And on the other side, you're going to have y, or should I say 1y, plus 12. Next, we can combine like terms. So 14 minus 2 is 12. So that becomes negative 2y plus 12 equals to 1y plus 12. Okay, next we could subtract 1y. So that becomes negative 3y plus 12 equals 12. From here we could subtract 12, so that becomes negative 3y equals to 0. Well, our last step is divide, but it doesn't really matter because 0 divide anything is still 0. And that is our answer. Alright, number 27. The quotient of negative 120 in a number is equal to negative 5. Alright, slow down there. First of all, the word quotient means divide. So that means we're going to do negative 120 divided by x. And all of this is equal to negative 5. Okay, so watch this trick. You have negative 5, or should I say negative 5 over 1. I'm allowed to put 1. I can turn anything into a fraction if I put 1 underneath. And you're asking, why am I allowed to do this? Well, here's what you can do. There's a little trick called cross multiplying. If you ever have two fractions equal to each other, you can multiply the top of one with the bottom of the other. Here's how it works. X and negative 5 will multiply to become negative 5x. Then 120 times 1 will multiply to become negative 120. Once you get here, the last step is divide by negative 5. And negative 120 divide negative 5 is positive 24. 28. 22 less than a number is equal to the product of 2 and the sum of the number and 2. They said a lot there. Alright, one thing at a time. 22 less than a number. 22 less means subtract. So that really means x minus 22. The product of 2 and the sum of a number and 2. So we're going to multiply something. So one thing we're going to multiply is 2. Then afterwards it says the sum. So I'm going to do parentheses with plus sign in the middle, because sum means add. Sum of what? A number and 2. So x plus 2. Now that it's set up, let's see what we can get. So 1x minus 22 equals to 2x plus 4. Okay, well, what we can do is subtract 2x. So you get negative 1x minus 22 equals to 4. Good. Well, now we could add 22. So negative 1x will equal to 26. Then finally, divide by negative 1. And all that does is changes signs. So 26 becomes negative. Alright, 29. Car A can travel 6 times faster than car B. If the total speed of the cars is 868, find the speed of the cars. First observation, these are some really fast cars. They must be rocket cars. But anyway, car A can travel 6 times faster than car B. Okay. Okay, so here's my trick to this. Okay, so for car A, I'm just going to write x. Now for part B, because it says 6 times, I'm going to write 6x. And I will have all of this equal to 868. Well, look at the like terms. 1x plus 6x is 7x equals 868. And then we'll divide by 7. 868 divided 7 is 124. Now that you know your first answer, all you have to do is subtract the total to get the second answer. So 868 minus 124 is 744. You got two answers, but we got to figure out, well, who's who. Well, let's look at the clues. It says car A can travel 6 times faster. Well, if 6A is the faster car, it must have the bigger number. So 744 must be for car A, and by default 124 must be for car B. Alright, number 30. Hawaii has the least number of roadway miles, followed by Delaware. If Delaware has 1931 more than Hawaii, and the total is 10673, find the number of roadways. Alright, so for the first one, we'll just call X. The second part that says Delaware is 1931 more. I don't know how fast Delaware is, how much Delaware has, but it's going to be X, which is whatever Hawaii has, plus 1931. And all of this should be 10673. Well, if you do your like terms, that means 2x plus 1931 equals to 10,673. Let's solve. Okay, I'll subtract. 1931. Wow, okay. That is going to be 8742. And then from there we can divide by 2. So you're going to have 4, 3, 7, 1. Okay. Alright, now that you got the first answer, we just have to subtract the total to get the second answer. So it's going to go 10673 minus 4371. So 2046. So the other answer is 6402. But I got to figure out who's who. Well, if you look at the clues, it says Hawaii has the least number of roadway miles. So Hawaii has to be the smallest. So 4371, I'm going to write HI for Hawaii. And 6402, I will do DE for Delaware. So that concludes Test 1 review. I hope this was informative for everyone. If you have questions, please stop by the Math Resource Center in ESEE 1319. Otherwise, good luck and tune in to Test 2 review. Thank you.